Hi, so we've built up our Coban kit, our Les Paul set neck, all done, all set up. It's got time to settle, string still needs stretched in properly. But it's there. So we're going to have a little video diary. At the end of that video diary we'll try and do a sound test. We'll go at this and we'll play it alongside Gibson Les Paul 50s Tribute, if I remember right, this model. I'm not the greatest guitar player in the world, but we'll do that at the end of the video. But if you can watch through the build, see how we went with it. Actually turned out surprisingly okay, considering that I was nearly ready for giving up on this kit. Hopefully you enjoy. If you've watched the unboxing, you'll see some of the challenges I faced with this kit. If you enjoy the video, please leave me a wee like, hit subscribe, leave me a wee comment. No, I don't have many subscribers at the moment, but got to start somewhere. And it would be great if I could get a double figures likes on this video. Thank you. I'm a little bit into progress now. I just totally forgot to take some videos as I was going along. I haven't really missed anything too interesting. As you'll recall from that video, I was not too pleased with the condition of the wood in this kit and the fit of the neck, but as you can see, we've progressed on from there, and no, I have not done a stain finish. Went for a painted finish, which is not really my preference, but we have. So it's a grey and white. I'll explain just in a wee second what we've done. So I did sand it really heavily to try and see if the wood would come up any better, and it really didn't. Hence the reason why I went for a painted finish. You will see the wood grain still through it. I've not went for a thick finish so far. It's just got its base coats on. I wanted to get the base coats on before I glued up the neck. And it's got this buzzsaw, the Zach Wild buzzsaw paint job. Basically what I did was I used one of the stick-on vinyl things that you get as a mask, and then I sprayed over it so the base colour of the grey is coming through, with a white over the top, and then I'll put a sealer coat over this, I'll put a clear coat over it. Obviously all this bit's been left, it was all masked up, so as a glue, it's got somewhere to stick. I modified that neck joint quite significantly, took it down in level. I've also, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this, but that's a shim that's in there to tighten up the neck fit as well, so it fits quite decent now. The neck itself, as I said at the time on that video, is actually not too bad than a black face. The frets have all been done. It's quite a nice fretboard. I still to fill in a couple of wee bits round about the inlays and oil it. But I'll try and do this. I don't know quite how to do this while I'm holding my phone. But I'm just about to now glue in the neck. So as we can see, it fits quite nice. Still not super tight, but it doesn't wiggle the same, and the angle's now correct, so it sits flush in this area here where it should. So that I'm happy about now. It's all fitting not too bad. So I'm just about to glue in with Evo Stick weatherproof wood adhesive. Brush there just to brush it all around the joint. Then we'll glue it and leave it for a day, and we'll come back. Right, so next glued in, all looking fine. There was a little bit of a gap round about it, but what I've done is I've just filled in with some good quality filler, and I've just sprayed some of my paints into a little tinfoil cups, and I've touched it in any other wee blemishes that I saw around the guitar, but happy where it's sitting now. The neck's sitting in the right place, it's all good. So when I do that now, I'll get a couple of coats of the sealer on it, which I'm going to use this. I've done it in a couple of guitars. This little pot, what size is this one? Enough to do this. Although I'm not going to do it after this one, this is only going to get maybe 2 coats today. You leave it dry for about 3 or 4 hours in between coats. Okay, so we've got 2 coats of the finish on it. As you can see, you can still see the wood through it. That's the way I want the finish to be. This is a brush on finish, so there is some light brush marks here and there. This is the back of the guitar. Let's see if I can turn it over. Let's see the other side. It's been curing overnight, so it's plenty of time ready for a quick sanding down. Stock's done as well. Good hard finish, that plastic coating, but we'll give it, it's relatively smooth, but we'll give it a very light sanding down with a sanding disc on the drill to see how we go, and then I should have enough finish. This jar I had mixed up just above the little line that you see there. I put 2 coats on, so I should have enough for 2 further coats, and then give it a light sanding again before buffing it. What I've done to keep it off while I flip it over, I can do this on the table, this stuff, like I say, it's brush on. So put 2 screws down in here, 2 screws in the pickup cavity. Just make sure you don't screw right through the back of the thing, the guitar. I've masked off the fretboard because I don't want the clear finish on it. I've left the binding exposed though, so some goes on there. And then I put a block on the centre of the neck and taped it in as well. So when I sit the guitar over, it sits up off the worktop, and it means you can drive without touching anything. There's another wee tip for you if you don't know it. You probably do if you've done any kind of finishing before, but with your brushes, you can either clean them, which I don't normally buy that dear of brushes, as long as they're decent quality and the bristles feel good. I tend to throw them away nowadays, they're on a couple of £2. But if you put them in a bag, or same with your rollers or anything, cover them with cling film. They'll keep for a couple of days if they're not exposed to the air. So you can just reuse them, and then when you're done, you just put it back in the bag and chuck it out. That's what you can do. And even with this stuff, you've got to watch, if you get too much hard on that, it will set up after a few days. I have heard that you can stick it in the fridge to keep it cool. I don't fancy it. The stuff stinks, it's a really strong smell. I light a candle when I'm doing it, not next to it because it's flammable, but it just helps with the air around you, just to take some of the smell away and keep the bag door open while I'm doing it. But you can, if you keep it cooler, I just stick it out the back door because it's still quite cold here. So I just stick it out the back door and it saves it from getting too warm. And I bring it in and let it come up to room temperature when I'm going to use it, which it's doing just now. The body was sanded down and buffed. You can still see the kind of grain marks through it, which is the way I wanted. I wasn't going for a super smooth finish on this. Most of these parts are just, well, the neck's been oiled up as well. Just using, what is it, some oil linseed oil. That's what I prefer to use, in case you're wondering. That's an easy way to get stuff out of tubs like this, where it doesn't dry out too easy. Is you just put a screw in the hole. You take out the screw and you squeeze a wee bit out, and away you go. That's also a tip if you're doing things like you're using mastic or glue and you don't have a cap on it, or you want to save it from drying out, just stick a screw or a nail in the lid and it'll keep it for ages. So you're throwing the things out. So headstocks there. This is just all loose. That's a bone nut. I get the size on them so as I know what ones fit what. That'll go in there. And truss rod cover. It's not the one that came with the kit, it's a different one. These are just in slack at the moment, they're not fastened down. Again, I like to put them flat so as I can see when they're in line and not. Everything else is in. Just need to tighten up things. The pickups aren't connected up yet. Bridge is just loose fitting. Jack socket still to go in. Covers to go on. But that's where we're at just now. It's all wired up, ready to go. Just remember when you're wiring up these, don't secure in your pickups until you've run this wire, because this wire has to go all the way down through there, and if you've got your pickups in, you're going to have a hellish job getting your wire through to here. So do the switch first and then have your pickups in. That's why they're not secured yet, because that was the job I was doing. And then put your controls in. Remember your little earth through to your bridge post, and then you should be good to go. Right, time for a little sound test of our Coban. Let's see how we got on. I'm just set up through a PV Viper amp. I've got a tube overdrive pedal, one of the kind of greeny coloured ones. So we'll go from clean to get a bit of distortion. You see, I'm not the best guitar player in the world, but we'll give it a go and then we'll do a comparison. We'll play the Les Paul Gibson Les Paul sitting here, see how we got on. Flick is over. We'll get the Les Paul out. See, I think that's a 50s tribute. For some reason it's escaping my mind whether it's a 50s or a 60s. I think it's a 50s. So, there is a bit of difference. I think the Gibson sounds a lot louder, a lot crisper. But, for the sake of what, £100 for the kit, about 50 quid's worth of extra bits I put in it, in a few hours, it actually plays really nice. The neck's really nice on it. I spent a bit of time with the frets and everything, so. It's fine. Oh, the other difference is this is set up with 10s and that's set up with 9s. So that will make a wee bit of difference, but I feel as though the volumes is loud in this thing. They're not active, they're passive. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you soon.